Technology Management System, or TMS, developed by Innov8 Digital Media Ltd, serves as a centralised platform for our customers to efficiently manage all of their Innov8 digital media systems. These systems encompass websites, e-commerce solutions, business administration systems, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and other Innov8 Digital Media Ltd developed systems. Access to this proprietary system is limited to clients who opt for our managed or hosted web and software development licenses. Today, I will be showcasing the features of the Innov8 Digital Media Ltd e-commerce store and guiding you through the process of setting up and managing your e-commerce solution. To begin, please log into your TMS and access the store management system. You can do this by either utilising the navigation menu on the left-hand side or by selecting the dedicated tab on the TMS homepage. Once you have landed on the Store Management System homepage, you will see all available features in the navigation on the left-hand side and also on the tabs on the Store Management System homepage. The current features available are Settings, Categories, Brands, Products, Coupons, Offers, Policies, Countries, Country Zones, Tax Classes, Tax Rates, Tax Zones, Shipping Zones, Shipping Rates, Payment Methods, Clients, Orders, Payments, and Reviews. We will start with the Store Settings. On the Store Settings page, you will be able to manage all of the core settings for your e-commerce store. These settings include the main settings, which include the title shown on the homepage of your store and also the description shown on the homepage of your store. The tax settings, the meta settings, which is used for search engine optimization, and the images related to the homepage of your store. You can also manage the popular product settings, which update the information provided on the popular products pages, as well as the meta settings for the popular products, the brand settings, and the brand's meta settings. The homepage of your Innov8 Digital Media Ltd e-commerce store provides an overview of your store. Here you will find the title of your e-commerce store, the store description, popular categories, the search feature, latest products, and also the navigation menu. To edit the store title and the store description, you can update the settings found in the store settings. Once you have updated these settings, you just need to update by clicking the Update button at the bottom. The system will notify you that your store configuration has been updated. On the store homepage, if you refresh the page, you will find that the new title and the new description is showing on your store homepage. The next settings are the tax settings. It is important to note that we are not tax professionals, so we can only advise you on how the tax features work and how to set them up. For specific advice related to tax, we recommend consulting with a tax professional or an accountant on what may be your best options, and suggest that you employ a legal professional to set up the tax-related features of your store. The first option is to state whether you are required to charge tax in your country. In the UK, if you are VAT registered, then you are required to charge VAT. If you are not VAT registered, you are not allowed to charge VAT, and you should deselect Yes. This will turn off and ignore all tax settings in the store and will mean that your customers are not charged VAT. If, however, you are VAT registered, you do need to select Yes, and the settings that you provide here will be used throughout your store. The next option on the right-hand side determines whether you will show the quantity available for each product in your store. If you select Yes, then your customers will be shown the available quantities for each product. If you deselect Yes, then your customers will not be shown the available quantities for each product. The next setting is the tax name. If you are UK based and you are VAT registered, then you should enter VAT here. This will be used on your receipts and anywhere that tax is mentioned throughout your store. The next option is price entered with tax. This setting determines whether the prices that you enter when adding your products to the store include or exclude tax. If you select Including Tax, it means that the prices that you enter when you enter them into the store already include tax, and no additional tax will be calculated on checkout. If you select Excluding Tax, this means that the prices you enter when entering your products do not include tax, and tax will be calculated at the end of the checkout process. You will notice when you change this value, it automatically changes the display prices in shop setting and the display prices in cart checkout. This is to avoid miscalculations caused by floating point arithmetic. Display prices in shop means that the prices shown throughout your shop will either include or exclude tax. Again, if you change this setting, it will automatically update prices entered with tax and display prices in cart checkout. Again, this is to avoid miscalculations of tax. The display prices in cart checkout means that the prices shown at cart and checkout are either including tax or excluding tax. Again, changing this value will update the other related settings. The tax totals display setting determines whether you itemize or combine tax totals on cart and checkout. If it is combined, there will be a total value for the amount of tax charged. If it is itemized, every individual tax will be itemized. Tax totals display amounts determines whether the tax totals on the cart and checkout are shown. The next two settings are related to how the tax is calculated and displayed in your store. If tax calculations are set to be based on the shop address, this means the tax calculations will be based on the shop address. So any relevant tax rates related to the shop address will be used to calculate the tax. This is fine if you are only allowing people to register from the country that you are located in, but it would lead to incorrect calculations if you allow people from other countries. The default user location determines how the tax is calculated when a user is not logged in. Setting this as shop address, again, is fine if you're only allowing people from your own country to register to the store, but if you are allowing other people from other countries to register to your store, it would cause confusion when they log in, as once the user logs in, the system would know where they are actually located, and they would be met with different prices to what they had seen while they were viewing the store when they were not logged in. Now I'll show you some examples of how these settings affect the tax calculations in your store. In our example store, the prices have been entered including tax. The tax calculations are based on the shop address, and also the default user location is based on the shop address. This means when users are not logged in, the tax calculations will be based on the rates applicable to the shop address. If we head over to the store, we can see that this product was entered with a price of £10. This includes 20% VAT. If we change the prices entered with tax setting to excluding tax, and then update and refresh the page, we will see that there is actually no change in what the customer is seeing. However, when they go through to checkout, tax will be calculated in addition to what they are seeing on the store. So here, in this example with the product that has £10, 20% will be added at checkout for VAT. Now let's have a look at some of the other options for the tax calculations. Here we will change back to including tax, which means the prices displayed in the store include tax already. We will change the calculations to be based on the user address, and we will change the default user location to user address. This means that the calculations in the store will always be based on the user address, and when a user is not logged in, the default location will be the user address. This will be problematic, as I will show you now. When we refresh the page, we will see that the 20% VAT has been removed from the price. The price was entered including VAT, but the system has no way of understanding where I am actually located because I am not yet logged into the system. In this case, it removes 20%. When I log into the system will know that I am located in the UK and will then correct the price to show the £10. Again, this can be problematic because the customer will be expecting that the price is £8.33, but then when they log in, the system actually changes the price to £10, which includes the correct amount of tax. Back on the settings page, we can use something called geolocation to try and solve this problem. If we update this to geolocate and then update the settings, once we refresh the page, the geolocation has actually accurately detected that I'm in the UK. However, there are problems with this. Nowadays with security, many people use VPNs, virtual private networks. The problem with this is that VPNs will assign an IP that could be in any country in the world. So basically it could show that a user is in the United States or Spain or Germany or anywhere in the world, but they are actually located in the UK. So if a visitor visits your site when these settings are set like this, but they are using a VPN, they could be displayed incorrect calculations because the system thinks that they are in a country that they are not. Also, geolocation is not 100% accurate, so you are not always guaranteed to accurately detect the location of the user even if they are not using a VPN. Now let's set the default user location to the shop address. This will mean that if the user is not logged in, then the location will be set as the United Kingdom, as this store is located in the United Kingdom, and the relevant taxes will be calculated based on the tax rates applicable to the United Kingdom. Again, this can be problematic because once the user actually logs in, if they are not located in the United Kingdom, they will see different prices to what they saw before they were logged in. Here we see that the calculations are correctly including the 20% VAT, which is based on the shop location of the United Kingdom. Now let's have a look at the actual product itself. Here we can see that the price is £10 and it is including VAT. We also see that there is no mention of how many products are available. If we head back to the system and we select yes on show quantities and change to excluding tax, once we refresh the page, we will see that the availability is now shown and that the price is excluding VAT, which means that VAT will be calculated at checkout. At this point, we will move on from the tax settings, but we'll come back to them at a later stage when I demonstrate the process that a client would take when checking out an order. Now let's have a look at the meta settings. The meta settings are what the search engines use to identify what the page is about. Here we have the meta title, which is the title that shows in the search engine results, the meta description, which is the description that shows in the search engine results, and meta keywords. Not all search engines take note of meta keywords. Some search engines completely ignore it, but some of them still do take note, so it's still worthwhile to update this value. Changes to these settings will update the page in real time. Once you have set your meta settings, it's not really a good idea to change them, especially if you have good results on Google. If you are getting good results on Google for your store based on the meta settings and the description and keywords, and then you change it, you could lose ranking. So it's best to think carefully what you would like to use for these values, and then once they are set, don't change them again, especially once your website has been indexed in Google. The next settings are related to the images that are used for the homepage of your store. In some cases, this banner is not actually used. There is no page banner here. This image is for the share banner. This is used when the page is shared to social media. So if we select Choose File, and then select a new file, it will open up the crop area. You can select the area that you want to use for the image, and then click Crop. That will then update the share image. So anytime the page is shared on social media, this is the image that will be seen. To change this to another image, we simply click Choose File again, locate the image that we want to use, and repeat the process. The Popular Products page on your e-commerce store provides an overview of the most popular categories and the most popular products on your store based on the amount of visitor views. In the store management system, we can update the details used on this page. We can also update the meta settings for that page. When we refresh the page, we see that it has been updated in real time. The Brands section allows you to categorize your products by brands. On the Brands homepage, you will see all available brands, and clicking through into the brand will allow you to see all the products that are related to that brand. In the management system, you can update the information for this page. Once you update the page, the Brands page is updated in real time. That concludes the guide on how to set up the configuration for your Innov8 Digital Media Limited e-commerce store. Stay tuned for more videos that will take you through each of the other settings available in the management system.